Hello everyone, I'm RobtheMod. Welcome to part 6 of Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary on the Xbox One, part 2 of the level The Truth and Reconciliation. And we are now on the Truth and Reconciliation. Can't get in this Wraith, kinda sucks. But yeah, also, that Marine unfortunately died from the energy sword. Because that's the thing we have to do here. We basically have to defend this area for a bit. Because a bunch of Covenant come out from each of the corners. But yeah, this one, I mean, Halo's always been sort of like a vlog whenever I do like these first-person shoot. Well, to be fair, whenever I do any first-person shooter game, it always seems to be like a sort of vlog series that I do. Because basically, ever since the first Halo, ever since this level, I've always recorded the footage and done the commentary after the fact. I try and walk through segments into it when I'm doing the thing, but I always sort of use it as a little vlog, tell you about games that I'm getting or playing or whatever. But I mean, let's be honest, I'm recording this in July 2023, and I actually have no idea when this is coming out. I believe it's coming out at the start of 2025, January or February, maybe March or April actually, because basically I've got everything scheduled, but I don't like. This is the thing in regards to this, right? So I mentioned in the last one about the graphics card and Vegas rendering and all that, and if you remember during the Halo Reach Remastered Let's Play, oh yeah, it froze again here. It unfreezes, but yeah, that kind of sucks that kept happening. Really shouldn't be happening on this game, but and also we're going to get to the fast forwarded section in a second, because I was kind of confused on what the hell I was supposed to do. I really should have watched my original Let's Play. So I was like, why isn't this opening? So you'll just sort of see me going back and forward here like this. Like, where am I supposed to be going? And then eventually I was like, oh, maybe I should go through one of the gates on the thing and see if there's another way around, which is what I did. So yeah, don't be an idiot like me and do that. But anyway, yeah, so I was talking about like the graphics card and how I literally just discovered that it wasn't actually rendering. Vegas wasn't rendering using the graphics card, and hadn't been for years, for whatever. Like, it's a really stupid thing, because this is the thing with Vegas. There's loads and loads of settings. Like, you think you know what's happening with it, but there's loads of different settings that like just get messed up. Or don't, like, you think, not get messed up, but like, I don't really know how to, like, you change one setting and then there's another setting that changes the exact same thing, but because you haven't changed both of them, it hasn't changed, if you know what I mean. Right, so like, I had it set to use a graphics card, but it was only using it to play the video clip that I'm, recording, for example, now that I'm talking over that, I can see. It wouldn't actually use it to render, for example. You'd think that graphics output would change it to, if you change it to video, the video card, the graphics card, you'd think it would do it for both, but no, only did it for one. And that's the thing with that, is you have to change it per render profile, so if you don't edit the render profiles, you had no idea. Right, well that was fun, because I was literally doing the commentary obviously live, and Vegas, I guess, must have heard that I was complaining about it, because it just decided to do some weird graphical thing all over the screen and crash. But I'm still going to complain about the issue, my kind of issue that I'm having with it right now is, in the background, I'm rendering, I should say, the Forza Horizon 5 Full Journey. Obviously, when that came out. And I was rendering it yesterday. And then it crashed. And I was like, why did that happen? And then I checked my hard drive. And this is a really stupid thing with Vegas. So it's rendering to an external hard drive where I store all my videos. I don't keep the full journeys after I upload them to YouTube, but because what's the point? They're, I already have all the videos. If I need to recreate them, I can recreate them. But it rendered that out, and I was like, oh, it was rendering, and then it crashed. And I was like, why is it crashed? Why is it crashed? And then I checked my C drive, and even though it's rendering to an external hard drive, Vegas creates a temporary file on your C drive. Don't know why, because I went on the, after I discovered this, I googled it and I, like, is this normal? And they were like, yeah, it's normal. And then there was a whole bunch of people saying it shouldn't be creating temporary files on your hard drive. And then there was some people that are like, it's creating temporary files, it should be doing that, but it should be, like, you can change the settings. And I changed the settings on where these people have told me to do it, and it hasn't done anything. It's still creating it now. So no idea what the hell is happening there in regards to that. But yeah, that's apparently a thing. Don't know why. Here we go. Have no idea where the hell I'm supposed to be going on this map. It doesn't really tell you. Just basically we're waiting for Cortana to unlock something, I think. But because we died, it doesn't want to unlock properly. But yeah, so that's my Vegas complaint. But well, this is. I was gonna talk about this, and now I kind of forgot how I was gonna talk about it. I don't. Well, no, I was gonna say we're supposed to go through that thing up there, but I don't think we are. Say this is where I'm confused on where I'm supposed to be going. Game does not tell you. Right, so in regards to, oh yeah, I was talking about the schedule, wasn't I? That was the thing. So as you know, as I talked about in the Halo Reach Remastered Let's Play, when I was doing the commentary, I was like, oh, you know, this room is getting redecorated. This room that I'm in is getting redecorated, and I was like, well, I've played through all of Halo. I'm gonna do all of Halo Reach. I'm gonna record the commentaries for that, render them, and then because I can't actually do any live gameplay, I'm gonna just do the. I'm gonna play through all of Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. That hasn't happened, by the way. I'm just gonna sort of leave that until I, you know, catch up to the correct part of the schedule. But basically, yeah, that was my plan. And then I was doing that, and then I was like, well, instead of doing that, why don't I just render the 720p videos that already existed? Because from the old channel, from the old Insane Games channel that got re-uploaded to here, you know, stuff like Watch Dogs, Dirt Showdown, and all that. Basically anything where I said, hi, I'm Rob, I'm from the Insane Gamers, was an old 720p video if it was a 360 or PS3 game. Anything that was like Xbox One or whatever was 1080p 60, didn't need to be redone, really. But yeah, I would have re-uploaded those as they were, but unfortunately there was like 2 YouTube issues that I had, basically. Well, the first one was a YouTube issue, the second one was my own fault. So YouTube doesn't recognise 720p as HD anymore. It only recognises 1080p as HD, which is quite funny because in like 2010 or whatever, they didn't even, like, that was when 720p was like, they were like, oh, it's this huge thing. You know, we're finally getting HD. Now they don't even recognise it. But yeah, that was a thing. You know, basically bitrate. Well, I mean, I should have done it back in the day anyway. But basically, because anything that was recorded on the Elgato HD60, it was recorded at 1080p 60, and then I just rendered it down to 720p when I rendered it. But basically, if you upload a 720p video at 1080, YouTube will give it better bitrate. Same with a 1080p video at 4K. I don't do that, but I did do it for stuff like before I had the 4K capture card, I did it for the PS5 games, basically, like Astro's Playroom and FIFA 23. They were, even though they were only recorded at 720, and they were only recorded at 1080p, I used to upload them at 4K anyway. You can tell because anything that's recorded at 4K that doesn't have HDR is pretty much fake 4K. But anything that does have is 4K and HDR is true 4K basically. Yeah, just trying to figure out where these enemies are that are really difficult to kill. That's the thing. Like, I think we needed like Marines here to like kill those guys up there, and it's just because they're all dead. You can't. But yeah, that was one of the issues. You know, YouTube bitrate, but also the main issue and my own fault was that basically I used to have like an intro. I used to take a clip from the episode. In regards to Halo, actually, it was usually just the cutscene at the start, or the name of the level, and then there'd be like an in-game intro, and then you'd have the actual like let's play. Because that was the tip back in the day. That was the big thing with it was like grab people's attention with something right at the start, like a funny moment or a cutscene or something. Just grab their attention. Don't just start it off with "Hi guys, this is my let's play." But that seems to be the thing now. That seems to be the recommended thing. It's do not spoil it at the start, which is weird because all of the movie studios and trailers and stuff, they do that. They've started doing that for basically the purposes of, you know, like I guess for like on street, like for streaming stuff. Because I think what they do that for is that like when they're here to advertise the thing on YouTube, obviously you get the skip ad button after, or a lot of the time you do. You get the skip ad button after. It's after about 5 seconds, isn't it? And basically, they do that so you see a bit of the trailer in the 5 seconds. Whereas, I suppose that makes sense. But a lot of the, because they use the same video is what I mean, instead of uploading 2 separate versions. But yeah, that's understandable, but that's the recommendation for YouTube, at least at the moment, at the time of recording, is do not do the pre-intro stuff anymore. It doesn't really work. People want to get straight into the video. So yeah, basically I was removing those. And also there used to be like an outro section. Before YouTube had end cards. If you don't know what the end cards are, if you watch all the way to the end of a YouTube video, on this channel anyway, most channels do it. Basically, it's the thing where it recommends like 1 or 2 videos from the channel that you're watching, or if it was a collaboration with someone, they'll recommend another channel like that channel, so you get a link to it or whatever. That's, you know, basically, I don't really know how to describe it. Like, before those end cards existed, YouTube had these thing called annotations. They never worked on mobile, so that, I guess that's why they got rid of them. But they could have fixed it, I suppose. But yeah, the thing is with the annotations is they did like, they were sort of like text boxes that could pop up on the screen, but people kind of use them for dickish purposes sometimes. Some people like would cover the entire screen in an annotation. So what, like, you couldn't, because obviously most people, they try and click on the video to pause it. So you try and click on the video, pause it, but it would actually like link you to, like, let's say an Amazon product or a virus or something like that. Like, I understand why YouTube didn't want to do that, but that was a thing. Like, but you could also get like text that just appeared, or links to other YouTube videos and stuff like that. And they were shaped like, well, some of them anyway, were shaped like like speech bubbles. So it was great. So you could, like, people would use it all the time. Like, if there was an error in the video, instead of like having to do a pinned comment or whatever, they could literally just pop up like, hey, I got this wrong, and it was great. Great for fact-based channels and all that. But
I'm going to call for
yeah,
reinforcements. There's no sense going
YouTube kind of got rid of it because it never worked on mobile for whatever reason. Even though I'm pretty sure YouTube could have fixed it. They just sent out saying incompatible, but they never tried to actually, like, I'm surprised they never actually tried to do it. But it's a shame as well because I do miss annotations. But anyway, my point is basically before end cards were actually a thing, YouTubers would actually take a clip from their 2 most recent videos, and they'd like have like an outro section at the end where they play those 2 clips, and yeah, then you'd have an annotation linking to those 2 videos. And obviously back when I'd started YouTube, that was the thing, annotations still existed, so I had to sort of like edit those out, because obviously they didn't really work, and also my outro was too long for the end cards, so it was kind of awkward in that situation. So I just decided to do that and just, you know, edit them out and just do end cards as YouTube is. Like, the thing is, though, if YouTube gets rid of end cards, that kind of sucks, because obviously I don't have a thing anymore, but I suppose that affects everyone. But yeah, my thing is, I was getting into that, wasn't I? I was explaining why, what I was doing when the room was getting redecorated. Because as I said, when the room was getting redecorated, like the wall got replastered, and then I had to let the wall dry, and then I had to paint it, and then I had to let the paint dry, and then I had to get the carpet in, and then I had to build everything. So it took ages to like actually get back in this room to record stuff. And at first I was just going to be like, I'm going to play through Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, and I'm going to play through Halo 2 Anniversary, and I'm just going to have all the files on the computer, and I'm just going to do the commentaries for them and all that. And then I was like, well, I could actually just basically render all the I'll tell you what was a very good thing that I did. I recorded the end of like Gran Turismo 6. I was gonna do it as a proper live stream, and then I was like, no, probably a good idea, because then I was like, yeah, that's kind of a it's gonna be a massive issue trying to do the full journey. Like trying to add the live stream to the end of the full journey is gonna be kind of a massive issue. And considering how long that event actually took to do, how many attempts it actually was, glad I didn't actually do it as a live stream. But anyway, right, so yeah, basically I decided I'm gonna re-upload all the old, because I was just doing it kind of piecemeal, and then I was like, I'll just do it while I can't record anything. May as well just do it all like that, and I did, and then it kind of, you know, now it's all done. But what that means is that all this Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, I have no idea when this is actually coming out. So, Happy New Year is all I'm going to say, but I have no idea if this is January, February, March, April, May, like whenever this is coming out. I mean, I know it's got to come out after, obviously after Halo Reach Remastered, because that's the order that they're going to be doing. So I actually suspect it's probably going to be like March, or April even, but I kind of got a little bit confused here, because I was like, where am I going? Because I remember something about this game where I have to go to like that, but I feel like it's later on once we, well, spoiler alert, but if you've somehow never played Halo 1, I feel like it involves the flood at that point.
Transponder signal is strong. We must be close.
This is a long level, isn't it? Like, this is a long part level as well. Really sucks. Well, it doesn't suck, it's fun, but it's just, I mean, I suppose what doesn't help is just all the dying that occurred, basically. Oh, I feel so bad for that jackal. It was literally stood next to, I mean, to be fair, it could have ran from the grenade, but don't know why it didn't. But yeah, we're almost here. We're almost at the end of this section. But I guess what really didn't help was the stupid, like, bits where it wouldn't continue. You know what I mean? Like, it would get to that section and then it would just basically freeze and, well, not even freeze, just like, you know, not continue. Like, it was waiting for something to happen. It was waiting for a trigger that never actually occurred. And what also doesn't help is a lot of this, like, a lot of the ship looks very similar. But we're finally here. We've got to deal with, like, an invisible elite here, though. No, I didn't sticky grenade him. I thought I did. There we go. There's the elite with a energy sword. Just jumping through the ceiling, clicking through the ceiling. It makes complete sense. But he's dead now. I think there's one more that's left in there. I'm not sure. Definitely a grunt. Yeah, there's the invisible elite that I just immediately stuck. Kind of funny. But yeah. Oh, there's another one. Wow, I didn't even realise there was two. Yeah, I've been RobtheMod, so thank you very much for watching part 6 of Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary on the Xbox One. I know this has been like a long one, and like I've just been explaining like behind the scenes stuff that may not be interesting to you guys, but I just kind of needed to get that off my chest. But yeah, thanks for watching part 2 of the level, The Truth and Reconciliation, and I will hopefully see you next time for more. Ta-ra.